YouTube, what's going on? Why did I do that? Just say YouTube, what's going on? It's your guy. Take one. YouTube, what's going on, YouTube? What is going on? What is happening, man? Of course, it's your guy one more time, DEDRICKHICKSJR, and we're back with another fragrance video. All right, so one of the most often asked questions or often DMs or emails or comments in my YouTube section on these videos is, I just want the performers, bro. I just need whatever performs, all right? So I've compiled the 7 best performing fragrances in my entire collection. All 7 of these have stood toe-to-toe with the elements, all right? And they truly perform. Now, I'm not saying beast mode fragrances. I'm not saying these fragrances, even though a couple of them here do that, they're not roaring off for 29 hours straight. No, I'm talking about performance, whether they start off here and they just kind of slowly work their way down to not even a skin sit, but something that's sitting a little bit close to you. And I'll explain what I mean by that with all of these fragrances as we jump into them today. So hopefully everyone is out there doing well, doing great, doing fantastic, positive energy and positive vibes. Y'all know how we rocking. All right, so let's get into it, man. Let's start off here. This is, to date, the strongest fragrance in my collection, the best performing fragrance in my collection. From the house of Amouage, we have Interlude Black Iris. Interlude Black Iris. So listen, it has to last for 30 days straight. I remember I wore this on Christmas, the day after Christmas last year. My wife blessed me this for Christmas also last year, and I wore it the next day. This was the one fragrance that I really wanted to add to my collection, and my wife looked out for me for sure and blessed me with this for sure. But the next day, I had an early start to my day. This is the God honest truth. I sprayed this stuff on at like 4 in the morning, and I didn't get home till late. We had family in town. It was the holidays. All kind of stuff was going on. I didn't get home till late, bro. That same night. And it was just coming off of me. Not like I just sprayed it, but it was just sitting out in front. The sillage on this stuff is incredible, all right? So if you're looking for performance, this is a beautiful iris fragrance, earthy, spicy, heavy type of fragrance, man, and one of the top 10 in my entire collection, but definitely the best performer, one of the strongest, the strongest probably as well, but definitely the best performer. From the house of Amouage, we have Interlude Black Iris. Interlude Black Iris. This stuff is not to be played with. It is not going to be for everybody. Get your nose on it. Don't blind buy it off the strength that it will last you 49 days. Don't do that, all right? Up next, another powerful performer from the house of Mancera. Y'all know what this is. Well, you don't know because I ain't told you. But we have Red Tobacco. Red Tobacco. Again, spices, oud, sweetness. I wore this to a football game last year. I wanted to test it. Wore it outdoors. Wore it to the Jags and Cowboys game, which I'm a diehard fan of both. We could talk about that later. But sprayed it on that morning. Wore it to the game. It was a breezy, cooler day. It was cold. It was cold. We had on hoodies and everything outside at the game. And the sillage was just throwing itself around, just loose, throwing itself around. And went to the game, came home from the game, hanging out, chilling with my wife and my sons after being at the game all day. And my wife was like, whatever you got on is strong. And I'm like, what? I've had this on for hours. And it kept going. And here's the thing, no lie. I had on a Dak Prescott jersey. I got the jersey washed, I got it clean. And you know what was still on that jersey? Red Tobacco. It was still there. All right, so this is a mass performer. You guys know that it lasts and lasts. Be mindful of your sprays with all of these fragrances for sure. Get your nose on them, sample them. They're not for everybody. Some of these profiles are pretty tough, and some of these are mass appealing, but we'll get to those in a second. But from the house of Mancera, great performer, we have Red Tobacco. Now, I know they have Red Tobacco Intense. Good Lord, I'm afraid of what that smells like, all right? Up next, a fragrance that's not talked about a lot, but it's definitely a strong performer from the house of Navitis. We have Navitis Parfums Viva More. Viva More. First of all, fellas, women absolutely love this fragrance. This is a combination of Creed Aventus with beautiful sweet pineapple mixed in with that Macy's Francis Kirkjohn's, good Lord, 5 Baccarat Rouge 540. Combo of both fragrances. This is one of the more sexier fragrances in my collection, but at the same time, it is one of the best performing fragrances in my collection. Only 2 or 3 sprays will carry you throughout that beautiful night or that exhilarating day if you were spending that time trying to be sexy, okay? It's up to you, but this is a great performer. Case in point, me and my wife celebrated our anniversary down in Savannah, Georgia a couple of years ago. We had a long night going into the early morning, just me and her having a good time, and I sprayed this on before we left the hotel. And whenever we got back, woke up the next morning and it was still coming off my chest because I put that one spray to my chest, coming off my arms, inside of my arms, and it was a warmer night, so the body temperature was going back and forth. Just a lot was going on throughout that time, and this was still present, all right? Still present to last and maintain its strength throughout the night and into the next morning. This stuff is a great performer. One of the more sexier fragrances in my collection as well. From the house of Navitis Parfums, we have Viva More. Viva More. All right, come on, Viva More. We have Viva More. Don't sleep on this one, man. All my Creed Aventus and Baccarat lovers, you'll love that for sure. All right, up next, from the house of Tom Ford, we have Ombre Leather. Say less, right? On my skin, the leather won't stop dancing. The amber won't stop dancing. This is one of the more beautiful leather fragrances that I've ever put my nose on. And while at the same time, it is a great, great performer, man. So many days out of my week, I work some pretty decent hours throughout the week with my career. So I'm working 9 to 10, maybe even 11 to 12 hours. Just depends on what's going on. So you're talking about a full day of activity, and then to come home and help the kids do homework or run to the store for the wife or whatever else I got going on, creating videos, blase this and blase that. This is still there by the time it's time to get in the shower and go to bed. It is still there. Like I said, the leather and the amber are jumping off of my skin. No doubt about it, man. Excellent performer. It is not a shy fragrance. It's going to stick its chest out, so to speak, man, throughout its wearing. But one of the absolute no-brainer best performers in my entire collection from the house of Tom Ford. I love this stuff. The best leather fragrance that I have, we have Tom Ford's Ombre Leather. Just a win, man. Just a win for performance, all right? Next up, one that could deceive you, but it won't deceive everybody else. From the house of Mancera, we have Intense Cedrat Boisé. Intense Cedrat Boisé. To my nose, I definitely go anosmic to this. After about 6 to 7 hours, I'm like, is it still there? But in the 10th and 11th hour of me wearing this fragrance, other people said it's there. I actually got a comment from someone saying, wow, that's strong. And we're talking about at the end of my workday. It's a 10-hour day and it's still there. But here's the crazy thing. On the way home, it was a nice day. I remember letting just the windows down, because if the windows, if it's cool enough outside, I just let the windows down, let my sunroof back. And it was just pumping in that wind, just pumping. I was like, oh, there it is. So when I thought it was gone, it wasn't gone. My nose had just got fatigued. Other people smelled it, and then I was able to get it back up to my nose. I guess my nose had calmed down or reset, And on the way home, that breeze was just lifting that fragrance off of me. This is an excellent performer. I believe this is like a 40% oil concentration. It isn't a straight to parfum concentration, so it is rich. So if you love that Cedrat Boisé DNA, you're looking for a little bit more oomph, which the original is strong too, this is it. This performs better than the original, and this is a great example of what this video is about. Excellent performer, fellas. From the house of Mancera, we have Intense Cedrat Boisé. Intense Cedrat Boisé. Either one of these will be good. Either one. Next up, I know some of you are expecting it. Here it is. From the house of Rosassi, we have Rosassi Hawass. 90 hours, 40 days. Well, Usher said 50 days and umpteen hours. Hawass will work for you. Listen, man, it is incredible how long this stuff lasts. Now, I have been seeing a lot of conversation about their bottle doesn't last, and there is reformulation talk like crazy out there. I don't know if that's true. I have this bottle and I have a backup bottle of Hawass, and both bottles perform beastly, man. So I don't know. All right, so if you're watching this and you're like, oh, nah, man, he lying. He like, I ain't lying. Your bottle just jacked up because mine ain't. All right, and this lasts. This is a great performer. Days, man, on my clothes, doing laundry 7-8 days later, or something that I wore when I wore this, it's still there. Throughout the entire day, throughout the night, until we shower in that evening, it's still there. One of the best performers. A lot of people wear this around the warmer weather and the hot sun. I get that. But this can be worn in the fall as well. It has enough depth to it, enough body to it, that cinnamon and that plum, and this really gives it that support to run through a fall day. So don't put this up just because the summer is over. Check it out in the fall, and then you'll really see how it performs in a different element with the cooler weather. Great performer in my collection. From the house of Rosassi, we have Rosassi Hawass. Excellent performer, man. Excellent. All right, and last but not least, man, this stuff is crazy off my skin. Not for everybody, and I'm glad. From the house of Hermes, we have H24, the EDP. H24, the EDP. When I first smelled this and experienced this, I got a smile put on my face, man. It was a smile on my face because it was different and it was unique. But that wasn't all of the treats and the features of this fragrance. The performance is one as well. This fragrance performs. This fragrance performs. Another example, I've said it several times. I work pretty long days when I'm, doing my thing with my career. And this is a type of fragrance that if I just want to have that masculine or unique vibe to myself, this is one that I pull out, and it delivers on that. Another 10 to 12 or however many hour of a fragrance that it gives that type of performance. It gives off something that's just going to carry you throughout the entire day if you wanted to. If you're not tired of the fragrance or you want something that's going to carry you throughout the day, this is it. Another excellent performer. Again, not for everybody. Get your nose on it, see if it's for you. But if you do get it, a plus that you're going to have, well, a plus that you might have, because everybody's skin is different and fragrances are subjective. This could provide you, any of these could provide you with great performance, because it definitely creates it for me. From the house of Hermes, we have H24, the EDP. Come on, H24, the EDP. All right, there you have it. These that we talked about today are the 7 of the best performing fragrances in my entire collection. I have others that perform well, but in recent memory, scent memory, these were the 7 that came to mind right away. So let me know down below in the comments, what are some of your great performing fragrances? Let me know, what are your experience with these? Do these perform well for you or do they not? I would love to know down below in the comments, all right? So appreciate all the support as always, on the road to 9,000 subscribers. I appreciate y'all, love y'all, thank y'all for the support and the positive energy and positive vibes, all right? So y'all know what to do, splack it up, splack it down, that was corny. Splack that thing all around. And remember, what you put out into this world is exactly what you are going to get back. Premier Couture Society, go check out their hats. They're dope. They're dope. Get a coupon, save some money. It's down below in the description. Splacker!